Okay, we're pretty much out of time. I probably won't use this, but I just want you to tell that story.
Oh my God.
It's such a fun story. I just want them to hear. Everybody here has got amazing stories.
We all
This is just, I don't know, it just keeps getting highlighted to me, so I just wanted you to tell it.
Yes, I do. I haven't heard this
It's
one.
a wild one.
I was excited to have a traditional demoniac Africa story. You know, like how everybody goes and something like crazy happens. It was my first time to Africa. I didn't go to Africa until 2000, I think it was 7. And it was for the Call Africa. And so Lou Engle couldn't come, and so I went as his representative, and we're going to do this whole thing with God TV. Really wanted to do a call in Africa. So we went to Kenya. We have some bases in Kenya, so we were excited about going and just seeing our team. And I had never been to our bases that we built in Kenya. Here I'm the apostolic covering or whatever over them, and I was like, this is going to be great, so fun. So I bring one of my, and we're going to go see Heidi right after. I was going to, oh my gosh. So I get to the call. We had this beautiful scenario. We've like all of our kids from our children's centers are coming to prophesy over orphans over Africa. I mean, like little 9 and 10-year-old girls and guys who are like gonna give the destiny of it. So it was just really a beautiful time. What we never thought about, I never even prayed going into it. What we never thought about is that like this is not broadcast on local television, on Africa television, on God TV, and a lot of people are watching it. So I get there and I stand up and I'm like, let me tell you God's original plan over Africa. And I begin to prophesy like, this is what God sees as a developed picture over Africa. And made some pretty strong, beautiful statements that I'm proud of. I stood with Jesus on those statements. And so immediately my whole team gets sick, like deathly ill. Like just, I mean, throwing up and doing things they shouldn't do and like hospitalized, the whole thing. So we go back to the missionary compound we're staying at and I get sick and I'm like, no. And I'm just being vulnerable that stuff was coming out of both ends and whatever. I'm like, no, what is going, we didn't eat anything weird. We didn't, you know, and so I'm in a room like with my assistant, he's next to me and we kept running to the bathroom. The bathroom was really unique because it was like one window on the whole wall, and then they built a wall to where the bathroom would be, so the windows on both sides, and then it's kind of just like a half wall, and the door wouldn't close right, so the door would just, and the toilet's right there, so both of us were running back and forth. Just, it was bad, and our other team was in the other rooms, and it was just bad. So I'm like, all of a sudden I finally fall asleep, and I'm like, thank God it's really dark out, and I hear something. I'm like, what am I hearing? And look over at my assistant, and he's going, help. Oh, and I'm like, what's wrong? What do you need help with? What's going on? And he goes, help me. And I hear something. So I look this way. He's saying, help me. I look this way. And straight up, there's like an African witch doctor. I mean, like full on, like from the movies, like Indiana Jones or something. And he's shaking these rattles. And he's doing
Outside
this
the
thing
window.
right outside the window. And it's second story and there's no ledge. And I'm like,
Wow.
am I dreaming? Is this real? Like, I'm awake. Wait. And I look back at Tyler, help me. And I'm like, and then I had to go to the bathroom really bad. And I couldn't even do anything. So I'm running to the toilet and I'm looking at the witch doctor and Tyler and just going, praying everything I know how to pray. And then I start laughing because I'm like going, I'm in a story. This is absolutely out of the Bible. This is like, this is absolutely, like, this is crazy. And the witch doctor has shifted to right outside my part of the window, and he's doing this thing. I mean, he looks so violent. I'm like, this is crazy. And I start laughing because I just thought, this is so ridiculous. Tyler's in a demonic trance, however that can happen. And this guy's like cursing me through the window, and I can't get off the toilet to even pray right. And I'm like, I just start hysterically laughing, and the most awkward, I'm like, this is so stupid. And it just rises up in me like, I was like, you, in Jesus' name, you know, come out of this, whatever this is. And I said, you, the Lord rebuke you. And he literally like falls backwards and screams, ah! And Tyler goes, what's going on? Where am I? What's going on? Ah! And he's screaming, and I start laughing harder. And I run over to the window to see what happened to the guy. And Tyler's like, what? I go, come here. And they have metal shards, you know, or like glass shards in the window, I mean, in the walls, to keep these out. And it's bloody, and there's dogs attacking somebody.
No way.
I'm like, Tyler. And all of a sudden the police come. On the other end, now we had heard the witch doctors on the other end of the compound.
Right.
They'd come and they were following us from place to place because they didn't like what I said on God TV and on these TV shows. They didn't like that I was a prophet to their nation.
Yeah.
So they literally, there was a group of them that followed us around. So this was the first night they followed us, but they were on the other end. And this guy had tried to get back and go along that compound to get back to his witch doctor friends, but we don't know if he made it or not. The police came like, what happened? What's going on? And we're telling him the whole story. And I'm like, oh my God, they were trying to kill me. A witch doctor's trying to kill us. This is awesome. I rebuked him and he fell in the glass. This is amazing. And I'm like thinking, oh, the poor guy, Lord, I just pray you heal him and like save him. But everywhere we went from that point on, there was a group of witch doctors for the whole trip that just stayed out in their little fire, around. I mean, visibly to everybody. Like everybody saw him and I was like, wow, but we were healed and we were fine. And it was, yeah.
Can I just tell you a 2-second story? That reminds me. Yeah. So we just had one of the coolest deliverances in Pemba, in northern Mozambique. Yeah. And so we were like super fast. We were doing outreach like we would any weekend. And I had a team from Global Awakening there. I wasn't physically there. I was back in town, but my team told me this and we have it on video. This guy comes walking in and he's got 3 or 4 pit vipers wrapped around his arms and they're just striking him like poisonous, deadly snakes. And he's like, he's doing his stuff. Like, he'd just walk up to the team members and be like, and they're just like, and so because they're from all over the States, like some guys are like, hey, I'm a snake guy. Like, they're like, interested. Other people are freaking out. And Heidi just rolls up. She's like, get out of here. Like, what are you crazies doing? And she looks at the guy who is insanely demonized. Yeah. And she goes, oh, buddy, you're tired, aren't you? She's like, you must be tired playing with all those big snakes all the time. And the guy's like, I am tired. She's like, you probably don't sleep a lot with those snakes on you. He goes, yeah. Do you want Jesus? Yeah. Oh my God. Where's your girlfriend? And he's like, over here, brings his girlfriend in, covered in leprosy. Wow. Right? This is all on video. You can watch it. It's on our YouTube channel. Praise for him. They give their life to Jesus. They dig a hole, burn the snakes, burn all of his witchcraft stuff. And she goes, do you guys love each other? And they go, yes. Okay, let's go down. Baptize them, and they get married all in like 2 hours. Wow. He's in our pastor's school. So is she. Come on. And they're becoming new leaders in that area.
So what happened with the leprosy? Was the leprosy healed?
Totally healed. Heidi just kiss. She puts the ruby ring. Heidi takes a ruby ring off of her finger and slips it on the woman's stubs and kisses him.
So good. That's so good.
And I've seen them. The last time I was there, I preached the gospel in the bush with this former witch doctor standing next to me. I think like that's the beauty of deliverance, right? Like that really is like you're tired. The reality is these guys know like it takes a lot of work to run with the demonic. Like it takes a ton of work, and they're getting tormented. They're getting tormented, and so you're tired. Yeah.